Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Azmeen bin A.Bakar. Today I'm going to show you how to configure the 9.3.3, which is HSRP configuration guide for the packet tracer file. Now I'm going to show you this is the addressing table that has been given to us. You can read this, and the objective and the background scenario you can read later. Now I'm moving to the instruction itself, which is contain part 1, verify connectivity, and step 1, trace the path to the web server from PCA. Now the A part, which is go to the desktop PCA and open a command prompt. Okay, I already open it and test the path from PCA by using this command. Okay, I already do it here, and this is the addressing that we can use in the addressing table to identify which device are connected, which is 192.168.1.1. We can see here this is the router 1 and 10.1.1.2, and this is the router 2 and 10.100.100.2. This is the internet itself, and 209.165.200.226. This is the web server, and we move to the step 2, which is test the path to the web server from PCB. Okay, I already do it using the same command, which is tracer 209.165.200 and 266. Okay, we see here this is the IP address that the path have been route. Okay, which device on the path from PCB to the web server? This is we can identify here, which is the 192.168.1.3. Okay, this is the switch 3 we can see here, and 10.1.1.2. This is the router 2 and 10.100.100.2, which is the internet itself, and lastly the web server. And we're going to move to the step 3, which is observe the network behavior when R3 become available. Select the delete tool in the packet tracer, and we're going to delete the link between switch 3 and R3. Okay, now the link has been deleted. Now we are open a command prompt PCB and execute the tracer command. We are going to ping the destination and see the server is available or not. Okay, I already put the command, so the connection has not been connected. We are lost in 100% the packet. And now we are going to click the connection icon to connect the connection back from R3 and router 3. Okay, now we are going to put the S3, which is the gigabit internet 0/2, and the router 3 gigabit internet 0/0. And now we are going to click on switch 3 and select the port. Okay, we are done here. After the link has been test the connection. We are pinging the web server. The ping should be successful. Now we are going to ping it again. Okay, we are going to wait this line to be all the green. It take time, sometime the connection has been green. Now we try to ping it again. Okay, the ping has been replied. We are received the four packet that we requested. Now we move to the part 2, which is configure HSRP active and standby routers. We move to the step 1, which is configure HSRP on router 1. Train this command on the router 1. Okay, now we are inside the router 1 itself. Now we're going to input the interface gigabit 0/1. Okay, now we are done. We are configure the 0/1 line interface. Now we're going to specify the HSRP protocol version number by entering the command has been given. Okay, done. Now next we are going to configure the IP address of the virtual default gateway. Okay, done. And next we are going to designate the active router for the HSRP groups by entering the standby the priority 150. Okay, lastly we are going to enter in this command to configure the service of the standby router. Okay, the what we HSRP priority of router 3B when it is added to HSRP group 1. The router 3 will be defaultly 100 because the default value is 100. You can see here. Now we move to the step 2, which is configure HSRP on R3. We are going to close the R1 and open the R3. I'm going to enter the R3 command and configure the R3 interface that is connected to line 2. Repeat only step 1, B and C above. Okay, repeat this step only. Okay, step version and standby 1. Okay, now we are done. Next, we are going to go to the step 3, which is verify HSRP configuration. Now we're going to verify HSRP by issuing the show standby command on router 1 and router 3. Now we in the router 3. Then we're going to show the standby. And now we can see the standby configuration. You can see here. And this is the router 3 and this is the example. State is standby. State is standby. And the standby router is local. You can see here the priority is 100, the same like this. And next we are going to do the same command on the router 1. Okay, this is the show standby on the router 1. We can see here the state is active 2, and this is the version 2. Let me configure this standby version 2, and the priority is 150 because we have configured standby 1 priority 150. Now inside the router 1, we are going to show standby brief on command router 1 and router 3 to view an HSRP status summary. So we are going to input this command, show standby brief. Okay, this is the standby brief of the router 1, which is the that being display interface group priority state active standby and virtual IP address. You can see here this is the same like the setting on the router 1 itself. And move to the router 3. Okay, this is this router 3 standby brief. We can see here this is the same like this. We are going to see priority is 100, group 1, and state is standby. Change the default gateway address for PCA, PCC, S1 and S3. Which address should you use? Okay, we are going to do this exercise by clicking the router 1 and change the default gateway. Okay, now we are going to change the default gateway for the PCA. We are by clicking the PCA itself and close the command prompt, IP configuration, and this is the default gateway that we are going to change it using the addressing table that has been given. Now we are close it. We are clicking the PCC or the PCB. Maybe the typo somewhere. S1 and S3. Now we are going to change the default gateway for the switch 1. Okay, the default gateway has been changed. Next, move to the S3. Okay, the default gateway has been changed on the switch 3. And verify the new setting. Issue the ping from PCA and PCB to the web server. Now by clicking the PCB upon the command prompt, and we are going to ping the web server itself. Okay, the ping from PCB has been successful. Now we are do again at PCA. Okay, the PCA also has been successful. The pair is now go to router 1 instead go to router 3 before this because the active router itself. Okay, now we're going to enter the part 3 exercise, which is observe HSRP operation. The step 1 is the make the active router become available. So active router become available, we're going to delete the one of the cables, which is the router 1 and the S1, the switch 1. Okay, the cable has been deleted. So now we are going to see the standby is active or not. Now we're going to enter the PCB and do the tracer. Okay, maybe it takes some time, so we are going to wait until it's finished. Okay, the trace has been complete. Okay, now it may lose some detail of the tracer. We're going to enter it again and we receive the fully information of the path that the PCB has been root. So how was this trace different from the previous trace? This is because it goes from PCB, then the router 3, PCB, and then the router 3 by the switch 3. Because of the router 3 is become active router. Okay, now we are going to restore the link to R1 and reconnect R1 to S1 via copper through cable. This is the copper straight through cable, and we are going to connect, which is we are going to select the gigabit internet 0/2 and gigabit internet 0/1. Now we're going to wait until the cable is all green. Okay, now the cable has been green. Now we're going to execute a trace from PCB to the web server. We're going to enter the PCB and trace it. Okay, now the path of the detail we are going to see it is now available. This is because the router 1 is become an active router. What part is used to reach the web server, which is 9192.168.1.1, which is the router 1, and 10.1.2 and the router 2, and 10.100.100.2, which is the internet, and lastly the web server itself. If the print command was not configured for the HSRP group on router 1, would the result has been the same? This is no, because the router 3 will remain as active router and see the completion has been 100%, and we're going to check the result. Okay, the result is completely, and we are done. Okay, I think that's all from me. Sorry for my understandable English. Assalamualaikum.